All right, let's call this special board meeting to order. Roll call.
Mr. Demakia,
Yes.
Mr. Fallis,
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill,
Here.
Mr. Smith,
Present.
and Mr. Williams.
Here.
Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I see.
Would ask you for that.
You and Sturgill.
Guess I can do it from here. We do not have any official recognitions of visitors, but seeing as it is Dr. Hall's final meeting, we do have a little something special here for him. And that,
Oh, thank you.
okay. I'll give this to you. And what, I'd like to read a letter that has been prepared. Dear Dr. Hall, the Lorain City Schools Endowment Fund has a tradition of honoring employees who have demonstrated excellence in their service to the district. I am pleased to inform you that you have been named an outstanding educator by your friends and colleagues at the Charleston Administration Center for your passionate dedication and professional contributions to the district and its students. Your nameplate will appear on the Outstanding Educators Honor Roll plaque located in the Charleston Administration Center. Your name will also appear on the Lorain City Schools website. Your nameplate reads, Dr. David Hall, by your LCS friends and colleagues. The Charleston staff has also made a contribution to the endowment fund in your honor. On behalf of your many friends and colleagues, thank you for giving tirelessly of yourself to make the difference in the lives of Lorain students, staff, and community. You leave a legacy of integrity, community engagement, collaboration, and leadership. Congratulations and best wishes as superintendent in Oberlin. You will be missed. Sincerely.
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate it very much.
I'll see you Friday.
Yeah.
Thanks for your service. Thank you. Thanks for studying. All right.
I've done that for a long time.
Thank you.
First hearing in public. Approve, I need a motion to approve and amend and sign the minutes.
What? There's none on here. No, there are none.
No.
Okay. Old business. Report and recommendations of the treasurer.
I have none this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Report and recommendations of the superintendent.
Okay, I have a couple. 9.01, certified staff appointments. Due to retirements, you have several staff members being filled, positions being filled. 9.02, certified staff resignation be approved. We have one staff member resigning or retiring. That's David Wood. 9.03, support staff appointments. 9.04, support staff resignations. 9.05, non-represented administrative support staff for approval. Our Titan College, my university liaison, Amanda Haney, she'll be joining us from LCCC. 9.06, approval of supplemental contracts for 2015-2016 school year for non-certified staff members. We have listed several coaches there, need to be approved. 9.07, approval for school counselors to provide services. Our school counselors came in over the summer period to work on our schedules to get everything ready for the following, to the school year, 2015-2016 school year. 9.08, Wilson Reading Systems, PD training for our teachers. Request approval of 9.01 and 9.08.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sturgill and Mr. Williams.
9.01 through 9.08. Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Mr. Fallis.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
And Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Next, we have 10.01, consider approval of agreement with the Ohio School Council. It's an annual agreement. 10.02, approve of installation of media link of fiber between Washington Elementary and the stadium. That will provide filtered internet services for the weight room and the stadium press box for us. 10.03, resolution of transportation. 10.04, consider entering a contract with PSI Associates. This is an annual agreement. 10.05, contract with Easter Seals Northern Ohio. 10.06, approval of board resolution, or rescind board resolution 12R227 and approve a new resolution. 10.07 is resolution stated that require phase submission for construction documents of the abatement and demolition of the former Lowell Academy building. That's 10.07. And 10.08 is an agreement, resolution to advertise for bid for the abatement and demolition of the former Lowell Academy building. 10.08 is for a bid for the abatement. 10.09 is Redmond Systems Incorporated. And they facilitate our alarm monitoring, maintenance, and testing for our school system. 10.10 is a contract with MT Business. And they fulfill a contract with us for copiers. 10.11, contract with Apex Learning for services delivered during the 2015-2016 school year. Apex, we're replacing our Play-Doh system at our alternative programs and also our high school for a more economical price. 10.12, contract with Capstone Publishers Incorporated. That's a MyOn reading software and professional development, an RTI system to assist students with, provide students with support, K-3. 10.13 is an agreement and an MOU understanding with 231 Southside Collaboration. They will be funding our AVID program at the 8th grade level, and it's a collaboration funded by United Way. .14 is an agreement with Lorain County Court of Common Pleas for attendance officers for the 15-16 school year. 10.15 is Naviance Incorporated, it's a career tech expenditure. 10.16, consider entering a contract with Leadership and Learning Consultant for service delivered during 2015-2016 school year. Request approval for 10.01 to 10.16.
So moved.
Support motion.
Discussion.
Yes, I have a question. Item 10.02, which is the installation of the media link of fiber between Washington Elementary and the stadium.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm trying to get a little bit more understanding the necessity of fiber from the school to the stadium. Is the stadium need for that level of technology? I mean, as opposed to some other type of, I mean, again, it's a stadium.
Especially for the weight room as well, they'll be able to access this football teams and also other sports program. We also access huddle program as well when they're right there in the facility. And also for the press box as well, so they'll be able to hook up there and get live feeds from that point on.
Right, I'm just trying to understand the need for fiber versus some other form of technology that has high speed, strong resolution without, I mean, I'm just trying to understand that. That's a, maybe is that standard and normal? I don't know.
I believe it's consistent with what we've been doing so far, but I can check into it. But
Okay, just, yeah, I think that's, well, I mean, it is what it is. That's just kind of a question, that's all.
I believe it's consistent with the systems that we have, DSL line. So it's eliminate DSL line use in the weight room as well. So I think that's giving them the fast speed there when we offering right now for Media Link. My
Okay.
understanding.
Thank you.
Now I have a question on 10.06. Where are the seats now located? That apparently disappeared for a while, and
Yes, we have them back now. We're under a contract with the new facility. I think the new facility actually have them at this time. So we do have them back. We did acquire them back from Michigan, and our operations person did handle that for us and did return the seats back to us. So
and where
we're under contract.
specifically are they stored?
Location,
Yes. So it doesn't disappear again?
well, trust me, it's not going to disappear again. The company we went into to restore them with this time is not going out of business. So they're a more stable company, so they have them as well.
And they're in Michigan?
No, we got them from Michigan.
And they're somewhere, where?
The specific location, I'm not sure of the specific location of them.
Is that a new company in Ohio?
Yes, new companies in Ohio, sir.
Okay. So,
These are, so for clarification, these are the seats that were in the Admiral King Auditorium. You probably sat in one of them there, Mr. Giardini.
When he was 15?
Probably 16 or 17, I don't know. But as I understand it, the quality of those seats is not replaceable today. And it was cheaper to take the money that we were going to spend for new seats of less quality to restore those seats. So when you go to the new auditorium, if you were a previous Admiral King student, you might be sitting in the same seat you sat in when you were in the 10th grade.
Did they widen them a little bit? Because they're a little bit bigger than we were. You know.
And that is, the state does not pay for auditorium seating, so we're using what's known as a locally funded initiative. That's our interest money that was accumulated over the years, and so we'll have a first-class gym and we'll have a first-class auditorium. Thank you. As long as the seats aren't in Oberlin.
No, they're not open to Armor House, so we're good.
Okay, roll call on 10.01 to 10.16.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
Mr. Fallis.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes?
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
And Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Item 11.01, consider approval of the Lorain City Schools athletic event submission schedule, admission schedule. These are the fees they work on for the collaborative of different schools for admission to our sports activities. 10.01.
11.01.
I'm sorry, 11.01. 11.02 is payment schedule for production workers. These are the workers that work with our facility scoreboard, volleyball games, our triple header, working the ticket booth as well. 11.03 is payment schedule for TV 20. 11.04 is Lake Erie League official fees. Consider approval 11.01 to 11.04.
Motion to approve items 11.01 through 11.04.
second.
Discussion.
The only clarification, and I asked Dr. Hall this before, is we used to, all our senior citizens used to get into our sporting events free if they were senior citizens, so Dr. Hall is going to check with Mr. Corey and see if this is maybe a legal rule that you have to that you have to actually charge something. I know, I read in here where it said that, it says the school district has the right to set the amount for grade school children and senior citizens. So I guess we'll see if there is an amount.
Yeah, and I guess I have a question. That information will be very important in terms of how we process this. So we can come back even after doing this and revisit again, I presume, if we needed to. I'm asking that to someone. Yeah. Okay.
It may well be that since they're not listed, it's assumed they're going to be free. Since we're not
Well,
setting
no,
the price.
it lists them as in the $4.
Oh, okay.
There's a note on here. It says,
The league-
standard gate pricing for adults and students are set by the Lake Erie League. Discount pricing for elementary age kids and senior citizens are at the discretion of each board.
I can check with Mr. Corey. What usually happens, the leagues get together at a meeting and decide to set the prices. And I'm not sure if maybe universally they all set the price on that, but I can check with Mr. Corey to see.
Okay, thank you.
So just for the record, we do have some question about that, and we would like some clarity, and we may revisit that specific item, but we can go ahead and vote on the whole package.
Since we still have discretion on 11.04, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Okay. Need a roll call, 11.01 and 11.04.
Mr. Fallis.
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes,
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
And Mr. Demakia.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Hall.
And one more announcement. I'd also like to thank Dr. Littman for her service for the district, and she's done a phenomenal job helping us with our curriculum, especially in middle school and secondary, and all the initiatives she brought to the district. She'll be leaving in the next couple of days here on Friday as well, to moving on to other adventures in education, but are very valuable to the district. Okay. I'd like to give a round of applause. Thank you.
New business. Committee reports and requests from board members.
I do have a request. I spoke with, I think I've spoken with Bill, and we've also had some conversations with some of the other folks from the levy committee and from the superintendent search committee. And we were wondering if the board would consider authorizing the levy committee and the superintendent search committee to come together. We've talked to a few of those folks, and they're going to plan a kind of meet and greet for the new superintendent. And what we wanted to do is have it so that we have a levy committee meeting which she could participate in, get kind of up to date on that and meet those folks. And of course, the search committee, those people who were involved in that process, very strong supporters of the district, and we thought it might be a good thing for those two to come together. And we could check with Elena to get Dr. Graham's schedule. I know he was doing some vacation time. The idea this would occur after his first date of August 1, sometime between there and the start of school time. And invite members of the community. They talked about some location pieces, but again, if we could just authorize them to do that. I think we have, it may be appropriate funds in our board fund that could contribute to the cost of items needed for that. So they would get to us with some kind of a budget. So do we have the authority to do that through the chair?
Yes.
As long as it's not to promote the levy.
Absolutely. Understood.
That was a clear distinction between those two. Yeah, certainly, not a bad idea at all.
Okay.
Second hearing of public,
I have another item for the last
please.
item on our agenda. I'd like to request that the Lorain School Board get a legal opinion as to the proper protocol for the Lorain City Schools to terminate an employee in a collective bargaining agreement situation or a non-collective bargaining agreement situation. We've had discussions about whether the board should terminate that employee first and then it's executed, or whether the superintendent has the authority to do that and then comes to the board for ratification for that. So
Well, certainly you don't need to make that request. I think Mr. Giardini could probably answer that right now.
Well, I think I join Mr. Alice in requesting that, and board policy says that it has to be in writing, and as long as two board members request it, it is does not require a majority vote of the board, so. And I don't know if that is what Mr. Giardini wants, or we could go to the city law director, who is also our statutory counsel.
Either way. Okay. What do you prefer?
I think we probably just go to the law director.
Perfect. I'll reach out to Mr. Riley and get an opinion from him.
Yeah, and it's got to be in writing, and then all board members can get copies. That's
Perfect.
good. Thank you.
Second hearing of the public. Our next board meeting will be Monday, August 3rd at 6:30 PM right here.
Do you think that's the first day Dr. Graham's here? I don't know how he's going to have time to plan a...
Right, the issue really is, right now, my recommendation is to plan for August 3rd because they're still doing some hiring in the HR department more than anything else for that type of thing. And if we find that it's not there, we can always cancel it by the end of the week. But right now, I think we're shooting for August 3rd because of those issues of hiring new
But
personnel.
we did set a protocol a number of years ago which allows the hiring of people in advance of a board vote, contingent on the board vote, just for the situation that you're talking about.
That is true, but with the volume we're still working through.
Pardon me?
The volume of people, we're still working
Okay.
through the hire. I'm recommending that for August 3rd.
fine.
I'll revisit at the end of the week.
I just was thinking of
You're right, Mr.
Dr.
Smith.
Graham coming,
You're right.
walking in, and
I say for now, leave it on, it's a regular board meeting, leave it
Okay.
on there. Don't need it,
fine
we
with
can cancel
me.
by the end
That's
of the
no
week.
problem. Don't
Yeah.
need to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. We need that.
Wanted to update you on negotiations and issues.
Okay, I need a motion to go into executive session for item A, 2, 4, and D.
Motion to move an executive session for said items. Second.
Discussion?
Are we anticipating any action? No, okay.
No.
All right, fine.
Roll call.
Okay, for item A2, employment, A4, discipline, and D, preparing for, conducting, reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes?
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Damachia?
Yes.
6:56.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.